It rained last night. Now there's a fog this morning. Let's see what I got on my rain gauge. Wow, over an inch. A little bit over an inch. Wow, that'll help charge the creek up. Watered my lemongrass too, and the pastures and the hayfield. Everything got watered. Yeah. Guess I'll go out and check the work that I did on those over at the corral. See if the water drained out. I doubt it. I'm sure it's still got water in it. I won't be digging them out. It'll be too muddy. Yeah, that's good to see. Yeah, that'll help everything. Inch is just the right amount too. Oh yeah, lemongrass like this. Comfortable this morning. The air is nice and cool too. Guess I'll drive down to the bridge sometime this morning. See what the creek looks like. I don't think I can drive to the top though. I can drive to the bridge. I think I can drive to the bridge. What are you walking around for, huh? She eat. Well, this is from the first batch of elderberries that I cooked and strained. I got the second pot on the stove. I cooked it a little bit last night, then I decided to turn it off. I'll cook it the rest of the way today. I didn't feel like leaving the stove on at night when I'm asleep. So let me dump this out. How about that? That's the first pot. Oh, it smells good. I got all the juice out that I could. All right, I'm gonna finish cooking the other pot today. Yeah. So I'll have, yeah. I'll strain that too sometime today. Smells good. Cat. Hey, meow. Look at me. Through the jungle. Mighty jungle. There's another one. Jungle cat. This is their jungle out here. There's another. There's a third one. They like to prowl around in here. Yeah, it makes them feel like wildcats. Yeah. That's the juice I got out of that first pot. Looks pretty good. I wish I could find some more berries somewhere where the birds eat them all up. Well, this is how much juice I got out of the first pot. I want to start cooking the other pot now. Yeah, I'll fill the other one up too. I should get another about this much from the second pot too, so that'll be good. 2 bottles are left over from a couple years ago. 2 or 3 years, at least 2 years ago. Yeah, and I harvested some. Maybe 3. Anyway, I keep frozen. I didn't fill them up all the way because they expand when they freeze. So I'll see what the other ones look like. Yeah, that'll do. 7 a.m. and it's a little less foggy than it was earlier. Just going out to check the creek. I might drive to the top if I think it's dry enough. I didn't see the cattle here yet today, but they're probably in the barn. Yeah. Well, the pond's got a little fresh water in it. That's good. Yeah. And the creek, I'm sure, has fresher water in it too after an inch of rain. Yeah. I'm glad I got no rain. I've been watching the rains go around me, and now I got the one last night. So that's good. Yeah, a little wet through here, but I think I can make it. It's going up the hill, going up the road. This has a rock base. I know I can go to the bridge, and if I have to, I can always back up. But I guess I'm gonna try to drive up there. I want to see if those things are draining. Oh, I just saw a big bird fly off. Big heron. Yeah, creek's got fresh water. It's flowing again, so that's good. Flushed out all that foul water that was in here before. Now the ground's muddy. There was a big gray heron here when I drove up and flew off. There's fish in here. Yeah, I probably shouldn't drive up the pasture road since it just rained an inch last night. But since the ground was pretty dry, most of that would have ran off in the beginning until it got softened up. So I think it's dry enough. If it looks like I'm spinning going up the hill, I'll just have to try to back down. I'll put it in 4-wheel drive so I don't have all the stress on the back wheels. Yeah, it's good to have fresh water in here again, or somewhat fresh. Muddy, but fresh. Well, they didn't make much of a track coming in, so I think it's dry enough. Ground was hard and dry before the rain, so. Well, I got the 4-wheel drive in case it is muddy, then I think. I'm gonna wipe my windshield off. got a few raindrops. I guess it fell off the trees. I'm not making much of a track, so I should. A little muddy here. Yeah, here's where I need some more dirt. See how it's formed a puddle? I'll see if I can go around that a little bit, straddle it as much as I can. I think my rear tire still went through. Yeah, I think the road's okay. I only make tracks through that wet spot. I'm not driving anywhere else, just up to the crowd. I made a little track here because it was bare ground. I got a four-wheel drive going up the hill, but I think going down, I think it's put it in two-wheel drive. Everything looks greener. Let's see if I got any water in there. Yeah, there's water in there. But at least it has a way to drain out a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's go take a closer look. Yeah, that's quite a lot of water, but it can drain down a little bit. It might take a while, but at least this way it can drain down a little bit, besides just evaporating. So I'm sure that'll help a little bit. I'll see how long it takes to drain down. You can see how high the water was. See the ring on the bucket down there? Yeah. So the water was higher, so it's already drained down some. It's just a slow drain because there's no outlet. It just has to soak down into the ground. Yeah. Look, it's forming a new ring, see? At the water level. Okay, I've seen what I would need to see. Well, since I'm out here, maybe I will try to find the cattle. They're not up here anywhere. They have to be down there. Or down in that bottom. I kind of might be muddy down on that end, but I'm going to try it anyway. Let's stay up on this high ground. It's been dished up further down though. I sprayed this yesterday and the rain probably washed it all off. That's probably why sometimes the weed killer don't work. If I get a rain on it right after I spray it. That could be the reason. Yeah, there they are. I don't know if I don't think I want to go through there. Yeah, it's too muddy. Too muddy in here. I'm starting to fog up on the windshield. I didn't make it much better. Okay. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, this ground's gonna be soft because it'll absorb more water, more rain. Just back up the way I can. Oh, I don't need that on. Yeah, ground's not really that wet right up here on high ground. At least I got to see what I wanted to see on this. It'll be a slow drain, but at least it'll drain down a little bit over time. Faster than it would if there was no hole at all. And I said I'm going to put rock at the bottom of that hole. Holes. Oh. Yeah, I did make a track up here a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah, I'll try not to go into that same track. Offset it a little bit. Yeah, a little wet through here. But most of it was okay. Yeah, I made a mess here though. That's why I need more. Yeah, I need more soil there. I don't want water standing. And then once I get the more dirt there, then I got to get some rock. Let's go wide of this thing. Yeah, I'm spinning a little bit. I did make a track here, didn't I? I just go. I can turn short coming in, but going out, I like to go way out here. Yeah, I think that works better. Well, at least the creek's got water in it again. Fresher water, a little bit fresher. At least finally got a rain that does something, which is good. Yeah, I got some low spots here I need to put rock in. I don't want to put dirt here though. That's too much. I had it in two-wheel drive all the way down the hill. Oh, here's a cat. Neighbor's cat. Yeah, I wish I could find some more elderberries somewhere. Yeah, I got some up at the top pond dam, but it's too muddy to get there. I would have made tracks, deep tracks in it, just around. I'll get them later if they're still there. If not, they just food for the birds. Oh, I made a wide turn here. Where am I? Everything's fogging up. My rear view mirrors are fogging up outside. That's close enough. Well, I'm just glad the cattle have fresher water now in the creek. And I got enough rain to help the grass grow in the pasture and hayfield too. Mama cat's sitting on the tractor. Hey girl, sitting on the tractor seat. Hi Kitty. Yeah, that's the mama cat. Okay. Let's go and cook the rest of that elderberries up and make juice out of it. Everything's wet. What's he doing way over there? Another bull's over there. I didn't see no cattle yet. Maybe they're in the barn. I found them. They're not in the barn. Yeah, this grass will grow good now. They like the bare ground more, I guess. Less bugs maybe. Or cooler, probably cooler. I hear a cardinal. You can see where I sprayed. Around the garden. And over there along the fence. Yeah, up there. I sprayed some ironweed up on top of that hill. Sprayed this fence right here from here down. Wouldn't hurt to go check the rest of the fence, but I think it's okay. Most of it's in the shade of trees, so weeds don't grow fast there. Yeah, he's out there eating again. I can see the grass coming back through the cut grass, or the stuff that was cut and laying down. I guess I didn't think they ate none of that. I thought they'd eat some of it, because it was like hay, or would have. Look at Red, he's all by himself over there. There's Mama. She came back. I think here's another one. Here's another one. No, the three of them. There's three of them. Look at that. She's stalking her mama. Okay, he's stalking her. Anyway. I'm just glad we got some rain. It cooled off too. That helped. It cooled off. It's going to this week. I think this week is supposed to be under 90. Put it that way, in the 80s for the highs. So it'll still be humid, and it's going to be hot, but it won't be as hot as it could be. Yeah. Give this another week, and then I'll mow that when the ground's drier. Yeah. I think they're calling for rain again on Wednesday and Thursday, I think. I don't even know if they had any rain forecast for last night. I don't remember. I don't check the forecast as much as I used to. Anyway, I got stuff cooking, so I better get in there and check it. Mama cat, Mama cat, what you doing? What you doing? Sneaking up on your mama? Yeah, I'll have to fix this outhouse again. Rebuild it. Yeah, Mama, better go get some food. Don't fall in there. There's a big hole under there. That's why I got it covered up. Yeah. Oh, they're all out here now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mama can go eat in peace now. Yeah. Get your face out of there. You drop in there, I ain't getting you out. Because I think there's water in there. pit. Yeah, it's not hot yet, but I can feel the humidity. Yeah, it's weighing me down. Everybody's resting today. Yeah, horse flies probably won't be as bad either. Yeah, at least I don't see none on his back. The rain probably washed all the blood off from the horse flies. I can't stay out here all day. Let's go back in and finish cooking that stuff. The elderberries. Well, I should get about, I got about 4.5 bottles. So if this pot was just about as full, so I should get another 4.5. So that would give me nine bottles. That's pretty good. And I don't put sugar in it. I just drink it every once in a while. Break out a bottle and sip it. Drink a little bit. It tastes good. Reminds me of when I was younger. We would pick elderberries. Mom would make jelly out of it. I remember that. Or was it Grandma? Somebody made elderberry jelly. Had to be my mom. Could have been Grandma across the road. But we had to do the picking. Cats were climbing that tree over here. I didn't quite catch him though. I guess I'll be spending the rest of the day indoors. Too wet to do anything except check the cattle. Yeah. My second batch, or second pot of elderberries from the third bucket. Yeah, it was full, and now it's half full. I cooked a little bit last night, then I decided to turn it off, cook the rest today, cook it again today. I didn't want to have the burner on it while I was asleep. I'll let it cook some more. Well, it's cooking now. I smashed it up already too, but I'll smash them again later. I think it's cooked enough. I'm gonna stir it up. I turned the heat off already. Yeah, I got some juice in there. Okay, let me finish this job. All I gotta do is strain it through the strainer. I got about the same as the first pot. I got the 4 bottles. And then the one on the right, it's about half full. I only put a little bit in from this pot, so I got a little bit more from the first pot. I'm still draining some stuff, so I might get an ounce or 2 more. I'll wait. I got these 4 from the first pot. I put this bottle from the second pot down on the bottom. Those 2 back there from a couple of years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago. I don't think I harvested any last year. I don't know why, but I didn't. Well, it's only about 86 at 3 p.m., so it's not too hot today. Somewhat comfortable. Sun came out too. Looks like I gotta feed the cats twice a day now. They already ate all their food. Yeah, they eat. 4 cats eat a lot more than 1. I go through dog food a lot faster now. And I forgot to buy it when I went to shopping, so I'll have to. Sometime at the end of this week, I'm going to have to go back to Walmart and buy some dog food. I feed them dog food because it's the same thing as cat food, I think, and cheaper by the pound. Cat food's too expensive. Will you guys stop that? Mama, why do you keep letting them do that, huh? Yeah. Yeah. That's not right. That's not right. They're way too old. Surely you don't make any milk. Oh well. She'll deal with them any way she wants. Got her still resting underneath the shade tree though. I just like to see that rain gauge showing an inch. Inch of rain last night. That was pretty good. Well, I got some more stuff to dump in my garbage waste. Some more, what do you call that? Stuff after I squeeze out the juice. Tailings? Is that what they call it? Tailings? There's a word for it. Sounds like a car. Some kind of little thing. I'm gonna go ahead and dump some more stuff out there from my second pot that I cooked today, this morning. And I'm gonna guess I'll dump the rain gauge too. I'd like to see it in there, but in case it rains again, I don't want to have to guess how much rain I got. I had a different strainer. I had already cleaned that one out. So I wanted to strain that some more, get some, let some juice drain out of it. It's pretty much empty now. So I'm gonna dump that. I'll see if anybody digs into it, eats it, like the raccoons or something that come by here. Sometimes I'll dig through my garbage pile looking for stuff to eat. Those are the stems. That's all the stems I got from the 3 buckets. A little bit over an inch this morning. So it looks like it evaporated a little bit. I sure am glad I got an inch. I was needing it. Or say the ground was needing it. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and dump it. Get ready for the next rain. Ready for the next rain. I think the forecast was showing maybe Wednesday or Thursday a higher chance of rain. We'll see if I get anything. I think I'm going to drive back out to the big pasture, the corral up there. I want to see. While I'm up there, I think I'll drive out to the pond up on top and collect the rest of those elderberries and see if I can find any more somewhere. Look at that cardinal on the fence. Yeah. Lemongrass will like that rain. Yeah. Clouds are looking nice and fluffy today with the blue sky. I don't know what was in the air last night as the sun was going down, but the stream of sunlight, a beam of sunlight was stretched all the way across the sky, all the way to the east side here. There must have been some kind of moisture in the air to make the sunlight reflect off of it. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Or maybe it was smoke. I keep hearing stories about news about smoke in the air. Some kind of wildfires somewhere. Oregon, I think it was. But anyway, they got their water and they got some food. There's one missing. That's a monocat. Okay, the striped one somewhere. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. Oh yes, I do. What are you doing over there? You hunting? Okay. I'm going to take another drive. I got tired of sitting in the house on a nice day like this. came out of the water. Sun's still hot though. If I'm in the sun, whew, it's cooking. But the breeze is nice. So let me take a little drive. I'll take a bucket with me. That last part I drained out of that. The elderberry stuff. Let's see if I got enough to fill this bottle up. Fill that bottle up on the right. Plus I had some left over, so I put it in a different jar. Yeah, I couldn't find any more of those bottles. I know I got some, I just don't know where I put them. But I'll be drinking this one up. I'll drink that one up first. Enjoy the reward of my labor. That's the newest bottle. The others are starting to freeze up. Oh, it's a little cooler today compared to the last few days. It's only in the mid-80s. And the breeze is nice too from that direction, from the northwest. Yeah. Nice breeze. But the sun's still hot. Yeah, but okay, I gotta go open the gate again. I'm gonna check the water level in it up by the corral where I dug that hole in through the concrete. It ain't done yet. I gotta wait until that dries up to dig it out with that pipe. I found out yesterday it don't work. It don't work good when the ground's muddy. Yeah, I don't want to come out of the pipe. That clay is too sticky when it's wet. But when it's dry, it crumbles out pretty good. I think I saw cattle out there in this pasture. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to come out here and cut some grass. I need to cut grass in front of the house too. Along the road, I mean. There they are. There they are. Let me just drive up to the fence. Looking good. They're not as hot today. They got good water to soak in though. If they wanted to, but it's not that hot. They're just wagging their tails. Not too aggressively, so they don't have too many flies. I think the odor helps. They just don't help with horse flies. There's something about horse flies that I'm gonna have to read up on that. Find out what to use to kill horse flies on cattle. It's not that big of a deal. It's only for a short time. It only does it when it's really hot. Yeah. That's nice. It turned out to be a nice day after that rain yesterday, last night. I stayed up a little later than I planned to watch the rain. Well, I'm not going to be up there very long, so I'm just going to check that concrete work, or check the water in that trench, concrete trench, and then I'm going to pick those elderberries on the pond dam up there. Yeah, they're not too hot today. Yeah, not too hot at all. Me either. I mean, it is hot in the sun, but with the breeze, yeah, I made some tracks there. Can't help it. That's where I turned. That's why I need to bring some more dirt in and then cover it up with a rock eventually. I'm only in two-wheel drive today. Right now, I did make a little track this morning, but I think it's dried out now. Yeah, I made a track through there.
Check the water level in that concrete first. Yeah, it was a little wet this morning. I'm just going to drive up this way today. Oh yeah. Water level's down. Yeah, you can see where the water level was after the rain on the ring on the bucket. And then when I came out this morning, it was like an inch or two below that ring. And now the water level is even lower. Yeah. Actually, you can see the water level with the debris up here on this drier concrete. That's how high it was. Yeah. At least some water can drain out the hole. I'll work on this after this dries out in a day or two. Yeah. As long as it can drain a little bit, even if it don't drain fast, over a day or two, it's drained down. I don't make a track. I hope this weed killer will still be on these weeds. Yeah, hope they'll die. Yeah, I made a mistake when I was disking this. I should have, from here to the shed, I should have not disked it. That way I'd always have a solid track here. Yeah, I just did it because there was a lot of weeds here, but I could have sprayed a little path through here. Now, I won't disc it again. Yeah, I'll just spray what I want to do. But what I can do is this. I can go along the tree line because I didn't disc very much over there. Yeah, this is still undisked. I disked it here though, so I have to get some speed going here. Yeah, it's gonna be soft in here. Ain't too bad though. Ain't too bad. Yeah, it packed it. I didn't spend too much. Okay, let's go get some of these elderberries there. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can plant some more along that inside of that fence by the pond, on the pond dam. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around. Yeah. Should have made this dam a little wider. That serves its purpose. Let's see how to do this. Pull up in here. Back up in here. Without running into nothing. And pull back down here. Yeah, I can. If those elderberries grew and were eaten by the cattle, I can try to get some more growing on the inside of that fence. Yeah. Oh, I gotta leave it here so I can get out. Picking a few elderberries, not many, but something. Pond water is not quite up to the overflow. Or it might be, I don't know. Yeah, it's right at it, I guess. I have another, that's a pipe overflow. I got another overflow there. If this ever gets clogged up, the water can also go around that way, on that side. I got a little dip there. Yeah, I planned that. There's a backup overflow. Oh, I think I better turn this fence off if I'm going to be reaching over that to cut the elderberries. I guess I must have unhooked this last time I checked the fence. I forgot to hook it back up, so it's been off this whole time. I'm gonna check the fence anyway when I'm done getting the berries. Then I'll hook it back. That wire goes up, the hook on there. That's been off all this time. Better check this fence, make sure it's working. I smell smoke. Thought I smelled smoke. A bucket. There aren't that many berries there. Birds ate most of them, I think. But I'm gonna get what's left. There's a few berries. There's a elm tree in there. I gotta cut that out next year. Next spring I'll cut that out. Now I'm not sure how elderberries work actually, but I think these older plants will bloom again next spring. I think when they first come up, I don't think they bloom that first year. I think they gotta wait another year or two before they can bloom. But I'll find out, because I'm not gonna touch this one. I'll cut the elms out during the winter time, but there's only like 2 of them on there. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get in there, but maybe when the ice is on the pond, I can walk across it. Yeah. Let's cut a few. I got a few there. I got a hook in case I can hook them other ones out that hang out farther. Maybe I can pull them closer to me. I'm gonna do everything from this side of the fence though if I can. I got this one here. I got that one. There's a little one there with birds ate them. That one got some bird sign. Something keeps biting my back. Right on my shoulder blade where I can't reach. So I'm gonna pick them on this side first. This is what a ripe berry is supposed to look like. There's no red ones, they're all black. Or dark blue, how you want to look at it. I'm using a bucket as a backdrop so you can see them. Yeah. Something biting my shoulder blade, right through my shirt. Has to be a mosquito. Oh, those are nice looking. Well, I got everything here. I couldn't get those 2 down in there too far over the water. And there's hardly any berries on them. The birds ate them all. Bunches here. I can get them easy. That one there has already been picked off. There's another one down there, but it's too far down there. I can't get to it. Well, I'll get these 2. That'll give me something. Well, that's what I got. This is what I got. I wasn't sure if my camera was on, so I won't do it again. There's the last two heads that I harvested. Let's get them in the sunlight. There's the sunlight. Hard to find the sunlight. Anyway, there's some nice berries on here. Okay, let's head home. Oh no, I'm gonna go down to the bottom and drive along the fence. Maybe there's some down along outside the fence. Fence is barely working, and that's even without that fence hooked up on the pond dam. It's working, but just barely. So I gotta go check something on the other end. Hooked up here. I'll go down there and check it down there. Main fence is working good from there all the way to there. It's hot. So I'm gonna leave this unhooked for now. Although, wait, I'm going to go ahead and hook it back up. I want to check something. I'm gonna leave the truck there for now. It's turned on, it's hooked up. So even though this fence ain't working, I'm gonna go down there to that branch. I'm gonna just walk here. I could drive around and do it, but then I'd have to drive back anyway. What I want to do is go all the way down to that branch, unhook that gate hook at the bottom of that branch before it goes up a hill, and then I'll test this fence again. And on the way down, I'll check the insulators, make sure nothing's grounded. I could do with a little walk anyway. So far, so good. Down the hill to that branch before it goes up the hill. I got another gate hook down there. Truck up that way. Shelter. West gate to the hay. Oh no, east gate. East gate to the hay. It's open. That's where the hay bales that were left over from last year are right there. And the new hay is over that way. What's that red thing down there? Something red. I don't remember nothing red down there. I see something red. I'm going down to that branch there. That's as far as I'm going. I can still see my truck up that way. And the shelter. And that's the hay from last year. This is the new hay from this year. And that's where I'm headed. So far I didn't see no broken insulators or anything. So I'm headed down that way. Across. There is something reddish pink down there. Might be a balloon. It's surrounded by spider webs down here. I can't get them off me. Okay, I can still see the truck. And last year's hay bales, this year's hay bales. There's that broken branch there. And another one there that's laying on top of the bales. They ain't hurt nothing yet. They're not on, I don't think they're on the fence. And that's where I gotta go down there and disconnect it. And then test this fence, see if it's working. The ground might be up that way somewhere. But that is a balloon. Somebody must have had a party and the balloon drifted and came down here. I'm not sure how long that was laying there. I don't remember that being there before. There was a dead tree standing here. It looked like it fell over. It didn't hurt nothing. But I don't remember it being there before. And luckily, it didn't hurt the fence. Oh, let me see. I gotta disconnect that. Disconnect that and then test this side. Because that's where the power is coming from, this direction. So if I disconnect that, I'll be able to tell if the ground is there or somewhere here where I already checked. Well, I unhooked that hook, so and I tested this fence. It's working good, just like the rest of it over there. So right now, this fence is working. So the ground is somewhere there to the gate. So what I'm going to do is leave this unhooked, and then I'm going to drive the truck around over there and check the rest of this fence since I'm up here. Since I already checked half of it. Okay, nice breeze going through here. Feels good. Okay, at least I know this part of the fence is working. And let's go back to the truck. Oh, I got two ways to go. I can go back the way I came on this hill, which I don't want to because I already checked it. I could walk through this branch here and go up that way, back to the truck. Or I could go through here, go up that little trail I got for my ATV, It goes there. I'll walk up there and then walk along the tree line, go back to the truck. I think that's the better way. Less obstacles. That's where I came from down there. I said I could go that way, but there's lots of rose bushes and stuff. Well, so I'm going to go up this hill and come out and go along the tree line. I think it's a lot clearer going that way. This is where I drive my ATV through this bottom here. I go up. But walking, I'd rather walk this way. I'm going this way. Looks like I got a little water flow through here. Right through here. It's gouging the ground out. But I can still drive ATV up that way. Okay. That's where that post is, down in that branch. New hay, old hay, east gate, trail up to the top. I'm at the top of the hill. The branch I came down from up there. Yeah. Down in there. Down in there. Not much air up here. I see the truck. Okay. Let's keep moving. I got more fence to check. And since I'm up here, I guess I'll check the south fence too. Although I could check that. No, I was going to drive down. I gotta get the fence working first, then I'll drive the south fence. I never did fix this gutter. Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind, I guess. Well, since that's working, I'm going to hook up the fence on that pond dam again. There's my backup overflow. Now I'm sweating. I hooked the pond dam fence up where that yellow pole is, hooked it back up, and it's all working good. I just got to check the other end around the corral. Let's go get in that truck again. There's a bug on me. Oh, it's gone. But it wasn't on me, it was on my windshield. Okay, let's head over to the corral, do some fence checking there. Now the gate's on, the fence is off over there. I hooked it in that branch, so I gotta check it to see if I could have left it hooked up. But it was grounded, so. Yeah, the ground's not too muddy here. Could have been worse. Of course, an inch of rain, it should still be a little muddy. That's where I came up. Cattle didn't come up. They're still down there somewhere. Let's park in the shade over here. over here anyway. Yeah. Nice shade here. In fact, I'm going to back up a little bit. Ready to leave then, because when I get done with this fence, I'm going to drive back down to the bottom, take a look at down there. Well, I guess I'll start here, work my way down around to the bottom of that hill, see what if I can find the ground there. I don't remember that log being there before. Maybe it fell and broke an insulator. I'll know more when I get down there. Well, this fence is good here. I gotta check that fence. Go into that hay storage area. Get a closer look at that from up there. Well, I gotta go down there and check. It looks okay from here, but I'll walk down. I gotta walk down there and hook that yellow hook back on there anyway. Then I'll go up to the hay storage area and unhook that fence. It might be grounded around there somewhere. Everything looks okay. That's something you don't see every day in the woods. A pink balloon. I want to see if I can grab it without popping it. Take it home. Hooked up, and now this fence is working. Because where I parked my truck, I unhooked that fence from there to the gate. So the ground must be somewhere there. It's working, so I don't have to check the fence around the hay bales. It must be okay. If I can grab that without popping it. Well, if anybody has the initials LLSM, Forever 18, 18, 18, LLSM with a heart. So, LLSM. There, that shows it better. Somebody must have had a party. Forever, it must be an 18th birthday party, my guess. I'm guessing this LL is one person and SM is another. Yeah. Probably somebody around here. Yeah. I wouldn't know who that is. So this is where I found the balloon. Well, that's where I found the balloon, down there. Well, at this rate, that'll be dried up by tomorrow. At least the water here will be dried up. So anytime if it rains, at least I know it'll dry up in a day or two. It's not even been a day yet. One last piece of fence to check. It's from the truck down to the gate. So the ground must be in there somewhere. Guess we'll find out. It's 5 p.m. Still checking fence. Oh. Clouds look nice. Oh. Stop and cool off in the shade. It ain't as hot as it was yesterday and a few days before that. Well, that fence is hot. I got it unhooked from this fence. I just got to walk down there, walk down to the gate. That's the last part I got to check. See if I find the ground there. If I ever need a couple of corner insulators, I know where to find them. Well, there's my old Camp David. My father's fireplace insert that he didn't use anymore. I think it had a motor and everything in it. It would blow cold air, or cold air. It would blow warm air into the room. I went inside the fireplace. He didn't like it after he used it a few years. Yeah, we had a little camp here. I had still remnants of seats. I had a couple seats here. Had a fire. Could build a fire inside. Had a little shelter there where we could put a sleeping bag in, and we spent a few nights here. Camping out, as they say, camping out. My wife didn't like camping out. It made her feel like she was at home. You know, feel like she was poor. Yeah, that's what I meant. She liked going home, but she didn't. But we spent money to make her place over there not poor. Anyway, like I said, I had some wooden benches here. I had a big pile of firewood. I had this when we were working at when I was working at the lumber company. I got all the cut off boards, kiln dried too. Yeah, we had lots of firewood for my house and for here. Yeah, good memories there. I still got one T-post I can't get out because it's wedged into those roots there. Anyway, I'm checking fence. I don't see nothing. Let me keep checking. There's the corner, but I don't think that would ground it. That's just a dry stick. That's just a dried stick. I don't think that would ground it. Yeah, I called it Camp David because I built it with my wife's help. Yeah, cattle come up here once in a while. They'll scratch up some of these cedars, especially the bull. Especially over that way. Well, I didn't find nothing yet. No ground. This is my last stretch. I wonder if it was actually grounded. Well, I'm sure when I tested it up on top, it wasn't working. No, when I tested it, where did I test it? Oh, I tested it over by the pond. Let me walk down here and see what I can find. Still nothing. Huh. There's that limb I saw up by the corral. I was looking at it from the truck window. And it sure looked like it fell on that fence way over there. It was an optical illusion. Luckily, I figured that out before I drove all the way down there. Anyway, I got a little section left. If it ain't grounded, I'll hook it back up. I didn't find no ground. All I can do is hook it back up and test it. Oh, with that fence disconnected, it works good. And when I hooked it back up, it's the same as when I first started. Just works a little bit. So it's grounded somewhere between here and down there, but I couldn't find nothing. I guess I gotta check it again. Now I gotta check these corner. Sometimes these corner insulators, they, especially those, they break, they crack, and they split. So let me check them. Yeah, I'll come back to this. Could be that insulator is split. It's split. Doesn't look like it's grounded though, but it could be. I'll change it just to make sure. I replaced it. I replaced that yellow one with that black one. It is cracked. I don't know if that was the cause of the ground. I'm gonna check before I check any more of the fence. Or check the fence again. I'm gonna hook the fence back up and fix the ground. So I gotta go walk this fence again. I know it's somewhere here, down there. I gotta check a little closer. Not sure if that insulator was the problem, but it was cracked. So I didn't feel like getting the other insulator, so I just tied it to the one that I think is still good. Because I couldn't find the ground anywhere else. All the insulators look good. Sun's reflecting off that pond down there. I can hear the cattle wallowing in the water. Anyway, let me hook that up and see if it works. Fence still ain't working. I don't know where it's grounded. These insulators all look good. Only place I could ground it would be on the corners. I fixed 2 of them. And maybe there's another one. I'll check the corners again. I never tried this before, but I checked the fence 3 times already. This little section. So I want to separate the top and bottom wires. I disconnected it, top and bottom there. Disconnected it, top and bottom over there. Disconnected top and bottom over there. Now I'm going to test each wire separately. That's hooked to the top wire. I'll check that first. Top wire is good. It's working. So it's somewhere on the bottom. Either this corner it's either this corner, that corner. I changed that one. I don't know. I think I'll just turn it back on and leave the top wire on and the bottom wire off for now. I may have to change the corner insulators and all. This corner, and that corner. Or that end. But they looked okay. Only this one here looked bad, and that one on that corner looked bad, but there might be others. But at least now I know it's the bottom. Somewhere on the bottom. Thought it might be in there. There's a T-post there. Let me cross the fence and take a look. Better look at that. I did a little adjustment here. It's not working. The bottom wire, the top wire still works, but the bottom wire don't. Even though I took the bottom wire off of that insulator because it was cracked. I left that one up because it looked like it was okay, but I'll take another look at it. because I don't have it. I got some corner insulators. I could probably put another. I put it on this post instead. But I want to leave that one wire there because if the cattle come up here, I don't want them going through here, going down that way. Yeah, I left one wire up. They might go underneath it, but they don't. I don't think they hang around here too much because of all this tin and stuff. But anyway, and I also took the wire off this yellow insulator and I tied it to the better one over there. And the bottom wire still don't work, so I'm guessing I hooked the bottom wire to that wire there. I put the insulator there. Yeah, that insulator and that one on the bottom I found over there, so I don't have any more of those. So the problem is somewhere either on that corner or down there. I'm going for that corner, but I don't know which one. Oh, why it's grounded. I know the bottom is grounded though somewhere. So I'm going to just unhook the bottom wire and leave the top wire on because I'm getting tired of this. All right, now only the top wire is hot. Bottom wire is disconnected because it's grounded someplace. I don't think it's this corner. I think it's somewhere on that corner. It could be on the end too, but it's not. All the insulators are good in between, but it's the corner down there. I already changed. I took it off one insulator and put it on another one. I guess maybe that one's bad too. There could be that insulator down on that corner too there, but I don't feel like working on corner insulators right now. I'm just tired of chicken fence. Anyway, I eliminated the other possibilities, so I know it's on the bottom wire. Somewhere down there or there. So I'll work on that some other day. Main thing, I got the top wire on. The top wire is on here. And the one I took the fence off of, on top of that, the top insulator, it looked broke. So I took it off that insulator and put both of them on that one. I thought that one looked okay, but it might be busted too. But if I have to replace it, I'll replace it. But it's either this one on the bottom over there. It's this insulator down here. Yeah, I'll probably replace both of them because the top wire is working. So it's that one. I'll replace that one, and I'll replace the one on the bottom up there in that corner. That's the only other two places it could be. I'm just tired. 6 p.m. already. I'm tired of chicken fence. I don't think I want to drive down to the... I'll just drive down to the bottom pasture along the fence to see if there's any elderberries there that I can harvest. Just to see. I'm going to head down to the bottom along the south fence first. Then I'm going to head home. I changed my mind. I gotta go back to the house. I'll check the south fence tomorrow, maybe. Oh, I just remembered something. I wasn't planning on checking the fence today. That's why I left the gate open at the bridge. I was just going to come up here, check that water. In the trench. Get the elderberries and go home. Then I discovered the fence wasn't working. It looks like they're coming up. It looks like they didn't get out. I'm leaving there. Even if they go down that road, it's okay, because hi, girl. You want something from me? Yeah, you got horse flies too. I can see them on your back. just have to suffer with it until I find something I can put on that order that will kill them. I remember Dad put something on their back. We had that wood milk cow. We only had one milk cow, so. And then I got one after I came back from the Navy in 75 or 76. And then I don't know if I think we had two for a little while until Dad. I think Dad sold his because it was getting old, and that's why I bought another one. I bought one from my cousin just down the road. Tarrante, I remember that. If I ever have to buy a bull, I'll buy a Tarrante next time. Tarrante, they look like that cow right there, that red one. And they got horns. To me, a cattle ain't a cattle unless they got horns. They're harder to work with, but yeah, she's got a belly. I think she's pregnant, but I don't think she can have a calf until after December, end of December, or either sometime in December, depending on when she got bred. They're coming up, so I'm going to hang around for a little while. Don't want to run over nobody. Since they're up here, I don't have to close the gate. I forgot all about that gate being open. I guess they're all here. There's a little bully from January walking around. Bully just coughed. Big bull. Yeah, they're munching away. This rain should help this grass grow now a little faster. What's the matter, bully? You got something in your nose? That's like the third time he's done that. He's got something in his nose. I've never seen a bull do that. Or a cow snort like that. Sneeze. I think he was sneezing. Hi guys. That's it, buddy. Push him around. Get him out of your way. Low on fuel. Down to a quarter tank. It's not that hot outside, but it's nice to be in the air conditioning. Well, I don't need to be up here. You know, since they're up here, are they all up here? I think there's still one down in the bottom down there. I don't see the white cow. I think she's there. Since cattle are here, I'm going to go around the bottom. I'm going to drive along the south fence. Just take a look, see if there's any elderberries that survive the birds. Let's see if anybody's coming up the road. Who's that? Is that the white cow? Yeah, that's the white cow, so she's here. I think she's waiting for her calf. I should be counting it, but I go by who they are. Bully's here, mama cow. Then number one's here, number 3, number 4, and then the yearling heifer here. Another yearling heifer the two on the, look at that. Those two heifers on the left are from last year. But look at that bull next to him, right up the hill from him. He's only from January. Yeah, he's a year younger than them. And look, he's probably bigger than they are. I want to sell that one in front of the red one here on the left. I'm going to sell the one in front of it, or on this side of it. Yeah, and the other one up there, the little calf up in front of that young bull. That's the heifer that was born in February to that brown cow up there. The other day I was pointing at the brown heifer here, and I thought that was the brown cow. They kind of look alike, except the brown bit bigger. Okay, they're all up here. So I'm going to take a drive. Oi! I don't want her going down there. The gate's open. I think she'll stay with the herd. I'm gonna drive around. Once I get to the other end down there, and if she goes down the hill, I can get to the gate pretty easy. I better get going. I'll just make a road here. Yeah, I shouldn't have dissed this area where I drive. I didn't think about that. But there were some weeds here, so I wanted to cut them down. Well, since I'm up here, I'm going to check the south fence before I go down. I can't work on it because the fence is still on. I'm going to check it, make sure it's working. The south fence is working good. No problem with that one. Yeah, the problem on the north fence is over by where the cattle are now. It's them two corners, or the corner. Just the bottom wire. Oh, it's dry already. It looks dry. Now I'm just looking for elderberries along. It'll be on the outside of that fence here. Nothing down here. I don't remember if I saw any during the spring when they were blooming. But if there's any, I should be able to see them. I can tell by their leaves sometimes. Anything inside the fence here, the cattle would eat it. Well, the fence is looking pretty good underneath. The weeds, they're under somewhat control. No elderberries yet. I don't think there are any. I'm also looking for the... Yeah, I see a few ironweeds, but I ain't gonna mess with them. Thought about hooking up the sycamore and using that out here. I've done that before. Some of them smooth wires are tangled in the barbed wire. Yeah, I don't remember if I noticed any elderberries, but this is where I should be putting some. But there's too much brush to take care of. Yeah, too much. I had a hard time cutting this brush out to put this fence up, right? To clean on the back side. Yeah, there's no elderberries here. Oh, there's a wet spot here. Right here. Better get going. What's a pile? Dig a little pond there. Hold water. Nope, no elderberries. Okay, well, since I'm here, I'm going to drive around. I didn't see the two babies. There must be somewhere. Oh, there's a wet spot here too. I'm spinning. Come on, you can make it. Just made a big mess. Two babies are somewhere. I know they didn't go up, but I'm not going to look for them. I might see them on their way out. They're out there somewhere. Oh wait, I do see them. I think I see them. Somewhere out past that post there, way on the other side. I think it's on this side. I see two light colored things. Yeah. Yeah, those are the two calves. I'll probably see them on my way out because I'm going to go back up the way I came. I could go out this way, but I got to close the gate on top. Yeah. See, there's some ironweeds here I missed. I think it'd be better off just whacking them down with a weed whacker. Instead of spraying. There's the cattle. Let's head back. Yeah, right there with that tree on the corner. Either there or this other big tree to the left is where I found that dead calf from the red cow. I estimated about 2 weeks after she had lost it. It was cold, so the calf didn't rot, but the vultures had eaten it up. There was nothing left but the bones and the skin. Yeah, it was over here by this bigger tree, I remember now, when I found it. Just the side of that big tree. Anyway, it was just a loss. I wasn't even looking for it. It just happened to. What is that? Oh, it's plastic. Some kind of plastic. I got most of the ironweeds. I see some out there. See out there in the middle? Ones with the white flowers? Those are the ones I can see right away. But I think I'd rather just whack them down. Yeah, there aren't that many to mess with. And they're small. Most of them are small. Some of them are big. I can't believe I missed that, though. I can't believe I missed it. I'm thinking something wrong with that weed killer that I was using. Either it got rained on after I sprayed them, or I didn't mix enough weed killer. Because sometimes it works, and then sometimes it don't. Oh, almost forgot. Are those ready to harvest? I gotta wait till they dry up. Those are that's the milkweed seed pods. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get out and look at them. If they're dry, I'll get them. I see a couple dry ones on that one. I gotta wait till those are dried up, otherwise they don't. Right before they open up. But I got some dry ones over here. I'm gonna get those. There's some there on the road going down the road too. So let me get those. And those two small ones on the bottom. That one looks like it already opened up, but it looks like it rotted. Yeah. Looks like the... Oh, there's seeds, though. There's seeds. There's the silk. There's the silk. That's usually how they spread. When the silk comes out, see? It's light and it flies away. It's real soft. The seeds are attached to the ends, but for some reason that one I think somehow got opened up. Look how light that is, see? That'll blow in the wind and carry the seeds away. So I gotta go. I'll be back for the rest of them when they dry up. Although I got some seeds already. That one, I don't know if they're viable though. Yeah, I'll come back for them. I gotta check some other ones out that I know had some seed pods on them. That was the biggest one. Cattle might mess with it though. Okay. I don't think I need 4-wheel drive. I thought it'd be wetter. The ground must have been pretty dry or it just ran off. Yeah, it ran off. Ran down the hill. It's not muddy at all. Okay. I got the north fence working better, except for that little bottom fence from the corral down to the gate. Let's take this side. Grass seems greener right now after that rain. I guess I'll drive on the open ground here. Yeah, a little softer here, but it's not muddy. There they are. They're all here except the 2 babies. I'm gonna go around to get a better view. There's Mama cow and her last baby. Yeah, Mama cow can chase the flies off of her back sometimes. But I should be able to do something to her. Find some kind of spray that will kill horse flies. But I gotta get the horse flies to stay on the cow to do that. Oh yeah, the water's already drained out of there. Yeah, there's hardly any water left. So that drain does work, even though I don't have it finished yet. I just got it partially dug. But it's working. I'm gonna have rock in the bottom of it when I'm done with it. And then I'll have a little drain. Yeah, I can see better from this angle. Where'd your baby go? Oh, he went way ahead, yeah. Well, I've done enough out here today, more than I planned on. Only planned out to come out and check the water level here on this hole that I dug in the concrete. And saw that it drained. And then I went to get I picked a few elderberries. Plant by the pond dam. Then I noticed that the fence wasn't working, north fence, so I had to go check that. That took the rest of the afternoon. Now it's after 6 already. So it's 6:30. Anyway, let's go home. I did more than I planned. At least the weather was nice. It wasn't too hot. So that's good. And the The rain is helping the grass grow here. That's good too. The two babies are still down by the creek. And I'll close this gate again. I always close this gate. I have to remember that I still got the bottom wire not working. But I'll do that some other time. Yeah. It was a pretty nice day today. I sweated a little bit, but not too much. At least my shirt's not soaking wet. It's drying as fast as I sweat it. Yeah, I got a mess here to... Yeah, there they are. There they are. There's the babies. Oh yeah, over there. Right where their mama left them. Yeah, they're across the creek. I can see them. Just this side of those concrete culverts. Yeah, I see that. They're both heifers. I keep thinking that little one's a bull, but that's the other. That's the mama cow's calf is the bull. These two are heifers. You know, the brown one and on the left, and the brown one on the left was born June 6th, and the white one was born July 6th. So they're only a month apart, but the brown one's a lot bigger. The white cow's calves don't grow very fast or very big. Well, I keep the white cow because she reminds me of all the Italian whites that I had before. Yeah. Let's go home. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing that much work today since it was wet. I'm glad nobody got out. Hi, little ones. You sleeping? Yeah, it's comfortable today. Not that hot. Just right now. I'd say it's probably around 80. Maybe less than 80. I gotta get rid of that Jimson weed here one of these days. Before it goes to seed. It's after 6, I know that. I don't know what to do with those. Just leave them there for now. I mentioned it before, but that was my original crossing. I used that in my original crossing for down here. Yeah, and I had that there, and I had some riprap with that going through. I was trying to imitate what they had over there. Yeah. That's all they got. They got a metal culvert going through. I got those for nothing between here and the farm. They were putting a metal one in, and they left this by the side of the road. And I asked the road commissioner if they're going to use them. I says no. I asked them if I could have them. They said sure, go ahead, take them. Let's work for them. They only use metal ones nowadays. Anyway, I had that. Put that rock in there. I did it all myself, me and my wife, and then I had riprap on, all the way across, and then I had enough concrete across the top of those culvert to drive my truck and tractor, mostly tractor. I forget how wide it was, but anyway, it worked good until a big flood came, and then my mistake was I didn't put no rebar, no reinforcement in the concrete. So I just laid the concrete on top of the riprap, and then I guess the water was going underneath the riprap and pushed the concrete up and busted it up. Yeah, once it was busted up, it's all laying here on this side and on that side. And that's when I decided to build something stronger. I got 2 big concrete culverts, big square ones, rectangular ones or whatever. I think I had 2 of them in there. Yeah, I forget how wide they are. But I got one there, just about where the front of the truck is. And there and there. And then I filled it all, the rest of it in with concrete. I built wooden forms. I did most of this at night after my night second shift. I got off at 11. I came home and did the midnight. I call it the midnight bridge. I did this when my wife was in the Philippines. So I did this by myself. The only help I had is when I had all the forms made. Then I asked my father and brother, or brothers, whoever was available, to help me pour the concrete. That's the only help I got. And then this year I just did this one here. Last year I patched up the other side because it was getting eroded. And this year I did this side to strengthen it. Because that corner is sinking. It's being undermined by the water underneath that right there. Anyway, that's enough about that. Oh, somebody got pooped on. Did you get pooped on? What's that on your back? Oh, you got horse flies. But you got pooped on, I'd say. I know what happened. You were getting your milk from behind. That's why. I got to get going. I have to admire my concrete work. I think I did a pretty good job. I did it in stages since I was doing it by myself. All but bags of quickcrete. About 2 bags of quickcrete at a time with a wheelbarrow. I got the water out of the creek. Mixed 2 bags in the wheelbarrow. I did that side first. And when I was doing that side, I was able to drive here. And then I drove. Then I did this side, and while I was doing this side, I was able to straddle that one to go in and out. And then after that one was done, I did that one. And then after that one was done, I did this one. So, and then the last one was this big one. And then actually the last thing was that over there. After I finished that, then I patched that hole. There was a big hole there on the corner. Yeah. Anyway, it's working good. Probably the strongest part of the bridge. They got pressure water now since that inch of rain last night. So it'll take them a while to follow this up. Hopefully we'll get rain every week. That would help a lot. I got to get back to the house. Bugs are coming out. Homeward bound, I'm homeward bound. The cows are up. I guess they're going to go look for their parents, their mama. Where's the herd? They'll probably start mooing and says, Mama, where are you? Yeah, see? Mama, where are you? Ma! Ma! Go ahead, call for your mama. They'll come back. They'll come back for their babies. Well, they're on their own. I think they know where to go now. And if the white one don't, the other one does. Yeah, it's already looking. It's already looking to where it's going to go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go home. Look at the mess I made here. See if I can get some rock down there. And up on top of the road too, or where the gate is on top too. And at the bottom of the road. But I gotta get some dirt filled in that one spot. Although I don't have to. If I just got the rock, I think that'd be good. Hey cow, what you doing there? There's a few clouds tonight. Ought to be a red sunset. Lots of clouds. Yeah, it turned out to be a nicer day today without the heat. Without the oppressive heat. I mean, anything above under 90 is okay. Once it gets above 90, then it starts to heat up. I can't see. How far am I going here? You know, I think I'll let them in here tonight. Yeah, I'll call them. I'll do it later though. There's some green elderberries in here. There's a ripe one back in there. I need to get that. It's only red. But look at this one. It's green, but look. It's all been picked off. I mean, they eat the green ones too. Unless those are ripe, and then they had some green ones left over. Huh. There's a few ripe ones. No, right. There's a few green ones here too. Look at that one. That just started to form berries. I think. Yeah, they're starting to turn. Those are heavy. I think the birds are eating the green ones too. There's one almost ready to harvest. I think there's one back in there too. A couple of them. I'll give them a few more days. Yeah. Sure, the water flowed through here last night when it got that inch of rain. It sure don't look like it though. You'd think that those weeds would be muddy going through there. Anyway, grass is growing back pretty nice there. The one I mowed. Almost out of battery. Gate's closed. Sun's still high. Cattle here, so I'm going to open the gate. Let them come in before I lose my battery. You guys ready to come in? Huh? There's the other one. Oh yeah, the other one was over there when I drove up. It was over there. Come on in. It's out over there. Come on over. They're all in here. Yeah, this is some nice grass here. She can't decide where to start eating. She loves to go underneath the fence. There's only one wire there, so I should put another one up like I have over there. Yeah, I should put another strand here. 3 strands here. Look at the flies on his belly. Well, I can't record too much. Look at that. She's going to go right for the weeds under the fence. But the fence is on, I hope. Yeah, she loves the underneath the fence. But they haven't gotten out yet, so. Okay, gotta go charge my phone up. Yeah, I decided to let them in now while I'm up here. And since they were by the gate, the other cow's still over there. I can see her reflection in the water and behind that willow tree. She's eating the willow. Yeah, leaves. Well, while they're eating this area here, and I'm going to open the gate by the garden too. Yeah. While they're eating that area in front of the house and behind the house, it'll give it a chance in the bottom that I mowed to grow back. Yeah. Okay, let's go back in the house. I gotta charge my phone. I gotta work on these too tonight. They're ripe. 7 p.m., 80 degrees at 7 p.m. Well, I got the elderberries in a pot ready to cook. I bought, since it's a smaller amount, I got a smaller pot. Oh, that's my microwave. Something done. Okay, let me cook it. Noisy eaters. At 7:30 p.m. Oh, they're all here. I had to block my eyes from the sun. Yeah, munching away. Yeah, guess I'm doing a little rotation grazing here. These small areas in front of the house and back of the house. Areas in the bottom. That's not been sectioned off. I could put fences down there, section it off. I thought about doing it a long time ago. I didn't. Maybe I will do that. I just need to put that means I need some more gates. Yeah. More gates means more money. Okay. That's all I can see here. I can hardly see any. Tree frog. Guess that rain woke him up. Okay. Let's get a different angle. Bully. Red bully. I call him red bully. More like brown, but I call him red. Shadows over there. Yeah, while they're up here eating and behind the house eating, that'll give that grass there a chance to grow back. There, I can see them better now. Without the sun in my eyes. Yeah, this cooler weather is better for the cattle too. The heat's too much stress on them. Look how they're munching, pushing on that fence. Look at them eat. I'll sit on my trailer. I still got low battery. I only charged it a little bit. Oh, horsefly. Yeah, I gotta look that up on the internet. What I can use to. I'd have to get them all penned up in the barn and spray something on their back there, because that's the only place the horsefly can actually get work, because it's the only place it's hard to reach by the cattle. I sprayed the bull for the regular flies. I sprayed the horseflies too, but I don't know if it killed them. Yeah. Yeah, well, I gotta go back in. Sun's going down, so I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. Getting my front yard mowed. Yeah. Crew of 5. 5 mowers going. Yeah. Hey boy, you like that crabgrass, don't you? I like to watch them eat. They only got teeth on the bottom, but they're still able to snap that grass right off. The teeth on the bottom do the cutting. Yeah, enjoy it, boy. Yeah, they waste a lot of energy chasing them flies away. Okay, I gotta go in. One last look at the sun before it goes behind the tree. That's all I got for today then. Red bull, yearling. They don't know the gate to the back of the house is open, but they'll find it eventually. They'll be out there eating too. There's a lot of grass out there around the garden. Bugs on my eating my legs up here. Uh-oh. A little fight there going on. Came out here, I forgot to put this wire up. They'd be, I don't think they can do too much damage, but they might rip off my mirrors. So I better put this fence up. Good thing I came out to check. There, they can't go in now. There's Mama Cat. Yeah, sun's down behind the trees now. So I can see better, a little bit better. Yeah, the sun went down behind those trees. Yeah, they got something to eat here, more than they got on the other side. There's still grass growing on that side too, though. But this is fresher. More tender, I think. Yeah, I need to put another strand of wire at the bottom from there to there. Yeah. Originally, that was just a fence, temporary fence when I put bales in there. But I don't put bales there no more. Oh, it's getting dark. Gotta go. Oh, that's all I got for today. I could come back and check for the afterglow, but I don't know. Maybe I will. I'll do that later. That's it. Come on, eat. There you go. There's some good stuff there. It's too dark to see the cattle. I got 3 cattle right here, right in front of me. I can hear them eating. I could see them with my eyes, but you can barely see them. Yeah. White bull, the red bull, and one of the cows. But with the sunset afterglow above them, I can't see them. At least not in the camera. Other 2 are over there. Yeah, I said I was going to try to come out and look at the sunset afterglow, and I am. Yeah, should have came out a little earlier. Anyway, I'm going back in. The mosquitoes are out. Yeah. I'm getting steam on everything. It's cooked. Didn't take long this to cook. There was only a little bit, so it cooked faster. Now to strain it. Yeah, there wasn't very many berries compared to the 2 big pots I cooked. The 2 big pots would fill up this strainer all the way to the top, all the way up to here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least it'll be still good, still juice. It made a little juice. I add a little water to the strainer to rinse it, flush out the whatever was left over. The pulp. Is that what they call it? Pulp. Flush that with water. Yeah. Got a little extra juice mixed with the water. that was the end of the last big pot. I'm just going to add what I got today. What I got, a small batch I got today. I'll just add it to this. I've already been drinking some of this. This tastes so good. I filled up that glass container, and I filled up my little glass too that I drink it out of. Because I don't drink out of the bottle. I drink out of the glass. There's no sugar in this, and normally I drink it cold after it's in the refrigerator, but this stuff is still warm and still tastes good. Actually, it has more flavor when it's warm, but I'd rather drink it cold.